Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Korky and welcome to Season 7, Episode 1 of our Glory Hunter season. As you will have seen in the last episode, we've taken on a new job. We've moved to Spain with Atletico Madrid. We've qualified for the Europa Conference League. We're about to qualify for the Europa Conference League. We do have the second leg of the qualifier round to play. There has been some transfer business going on during the summer. The team needs a little bit of a rebuild. We have spent quite a lot of money and we've brought in not so much money, a bit of a sign of a team that they're very much in a rebuild, some sort of aging players and so forth. So we're going to jump in, we're going to show you the transfer business we've done, and then we're going to show you some of the goals from the games we scored already, and then we'll get into the second leg of the Conference League qualifier. So let's get into it. So as you will see from our transfer business, we have spent big already. We spent 120 million pounds this summer. We've only brought in 33.5 million as well, which is a little bit disappointing, but some money had to be spent. As I mentioned, the club is very much in a transitional rebuild period. We do need to spend more before we can make some money. We'll have a look at the outgoings first of all. Jose Jimenez was 35 years of age. He wasn't really in my plans. Looking at his physical attributes, aren't very good anymore. So we have moved him out. He has gone to Zenit St. Petersburg for 250,000. Not a lot of money, obviously. It's the best we could do for him. Robin Lenormand has gone out as well. He has gone to Saudi Arabia. Again, 33 years of age. He's still a decent enough player. He maybe could have done a job for us this year, but he had only 12 months left on his contract. And at 33 years of age, getting 13.5 million, 13.25 million, potentially rising to 17.5 million, I thought was a very good deal. We sent out a number of youngsters on loan. Quite a few of them are potentially just sort of on the cusp of breaking into the first team, but they've gone out on loan to get some more experience. The next seal we made then was Arnaud Comas. He has gone to Empoli for a fee of 2.3 million. Again, not a great player. He's 30 years of age. He wouldn't command a place in the center of our defence, so he's gone out for 2.3 million. We loaned out another couple of players, Gabriel and Jose Luis, before Callum Doyle, who was a bit of a I really wasn't sure about this one to get. He's 26 years of age. He's at a good age. He's got good attributes. He can play centre back. He can play left back. To bring in 17.5 million for him, I thought was a very good deal, and I thought it's one that we probably should take at the time. So in terms of outgoings, that's what we've done. We've brought in 33.5 million. In terms of incoming, we have spent first of all 30 million, potentially rising to 32 million for Stefan Bajetic. Cetic, cannot pronounce it at all. He was on loan with Atletico Madrid last season. He seemed to have done a good job. We were keen to sign him. There was a fee of 37 million pounds agreed based on winning the Liga. Obviously, Atletico Madrid didn't do that before we took over. So we brought him in. He can play central midfield, defensive midfield, central defense as well. 3.5-star player, 25 years of age. He's at the right age to break into become a first team regular. So we've brought him in for big money, as mentioned, 30 million up to 32 million. We then were looking for options in central defence. Obviously, we've let a couple of our older central defenders go. There's 3 or 4 of them have left now. We've brought in Matteo Palma. He's come in from Udinese for a big fee as well, 22 million, potentially rising to 27. He's a 2.5-star player currently, 22 years of age. He has a very bright future ahead of him by the look of it. He is very much earmarked as a first team starter. Our biggest transfer, we brought in, is it Ivan Nga? I'm not sure the pronunciation. We're into the new gen territory now. We're starting to bring in players that are new gens. He is already a 4-star player, a very, very good winger. He is very much a first team starter as well. Then looking at options for left back, we brought in Hernan Amaria. Looks to be a very good young left back. He's already playing at 2-star level. Very, very good physical attributes. He is 19 years of age. I was kind of looking at him originally as being kind of the backup to break through in the next 2 years, but he started a few games already and he has done well for us so far. In defence again, we're looking to bring in a centre back. We brought in Vincent Gaillard. He's come in from Sochaux in France. Again, pretty good looking player more so for the future. Definitely a breakthrough prospect as we've earmarked him as. 21 years of age, he's got good physical attributes. He's got pretty good mental attributes as well. Potentially a starter next season, a regular starter next season, but he could very well make his breakthrough this year. And most recently, we've brought in Regis Lamarca. Now, a little bit of a mistake maybe on my part in doing this. We brought him in on loan. There is an optional future fee. I think it's £15 million. I'll check it in a minute. A central defender. He's tall. He's got good attributes at the minute. He is only 18 years of age. He's coming in from Palmeiras in Brazil. We probably will take up the option to sign him in the future. The mistake I made with him is we're paying his loan wages, but it's not enough. He has to be earning. We should be paying £2,500 per week for him, to be able to register him for La Liga. We are not. We're only paying 78,000, so quite a bit off there. His wage with Palmeiras isn't. Sorry, apologies. We're paying the full wage, paying the 100% of his wages, but his wages are only 1,200. So we aren't earning, or we aren't paying him enough to be able to register him, which is a little bit disappointing, because central defence is certainly an option that we need. We are looking to maybe bring him in on a permanent deal in the future, but he can play in European football and most likely in the Cups as well. I need to double check that, but we will be looking to bring him in probably on a permanent deal. So into domestic action, we kicked off the season with a 4-1 victory against Villarreal. Very, very pleased with the result. Of course, it is the first game. It was a game at home as well. So we'll show you the goals, of course. As mentioned, we've got 4-1 win there. It's very, very pleasing. So as we see, I can't pronounce his name, Bozdogan takes a corner, the ball comes back out, and from just inside the 18-yard box, he fires home to give us a 1-0 lead. In the 58th minute then, Bozdogan involved again as he sets up Alvarez with an incredible finish into the top corner. Bozdogan then whips in another corner, and this time it's Seshko returning from his injury, who rises highest to head home. And Ga then involved, makes a big deep cross in towards Seshko, and he heads home. Maybe Seshko didn't score a third goal, maybe it was somebody else. Yeremy Pino then works in a free kick to the back post, and I think is it Beraldo, is there to head home. Demiral scored our third goal from the corner. So we followed that up with something of a disappointing 1-1 draw against Sevilla. We did have Nga sent off in that game for a second yellow card, which is very disappointing. Only his second game for the club, and he's already sent off in one game and obviously missed the following game. As we see, Luca Bacchio scoring from the penalty spot in the 44th minute, and then in the 69th minute, Oved and Seshko combine on the left-hand side as Oved finds a ball into Gallagher, and Gallagher fires home for the equaliser. Gallagher has been named as captain this year. We decided to remove Jan Oblak as captain because he's not going to be first choice. He's 37 years of age. He's a little bit past it, so Conor Gallagher has been named as captain. We then go into the first leg of the Europa Conference League qualifier against Rosenborg. As you may have seen there, we've come home with a 6-1 victory. As we see, Engad breaking down the right-hand side, cuts inside, makes a big cross into the back post, and Julian Alvarez is there to score the opener. In the 23rd minute then, Alvarez lays the ball out to the edge of the box for Amaria to score his first goal for the club from about 20 yards out. Rosenborg do pull a goal back then as Rismark gets through on goal. He did beat the offside trap, there was a suspicion there, but he was fine to score. Bozdogan then and Palma combined to set up Bajetic with an incredible goal from about 25 yards. Amaria then breaks down the left hand side, cuts the ball back to Bozdogan. His cross finds Conor Gallagher to make it, I think, 4-1 at this stage. Amaria involved again, but gets a cross back to Alvarez. And Amaria combine again, finds Bozdogan coming in, and he scores to make it 5-1. And Alvarez takes the throw in to Bozdogan, brings the ball back to Bajetic. Bozdogan with another deep cross into the back post, and Seshko is there to score to make it 6-1. So we follow that up then with a game back in the Liga action. We are at home against Levante. We do have Demiral missing through injury at this stage, unfortunately. He was a little bit unhappy at the start of the season. He wanted to know where he stood in the team. I've told him that he's going to be a regular player, and he is going to be a regular player. As we see, Alvarez with an absolutely clinical free kick from about 19-20 yards out there. Alvarez involved again, this time playing off the right wing. He finds Gallagher. His pass back to Bajetic finds the bottom corner with the strike. Amaria then breaks down the left-hand side, finds Bajetic, plays a 1-2, and his cross is met at the back post by Benjamin Šeško to make it 3-0. So it was all over by half-time. Very, very pleasing result. As we're about to go into the second leg of this Europa Conference League qualifier with Rosenborg, we are at home in this game. We do have that 5-goal advantage, of course. Vincent Geyer making his debut in the last game is unavailable, so we're going to bring in Obina for his first game of the season. His first start of the season, he has made a sub appearance. We have lost Bozdogan to an injury for a couple of weeks, so he's going to be missing. We'll just bring in a couple of the youngsters here. So we're going pretty much with our full strength team as we can at the minute. We do have Arnau Martinez on the bench, possibly as a centre back cover really at the minute. We're going to keep in Farina at left back. He has not started for us yet this season. He started one game, made one sub appearance. So other than that, we're going pretty much as full strength as we can. I'm actually going to bring out Alvarez and bring Oved in on the left wing. And do you know what? I'm going to bring Piccoli in up front and give Šeško a rest. So we do have obviously quite a comprehensive lead already at the minute from the first leg. We do have a 5-goal swing. We are at home. I would expect us to win this game. And this, of course, with a win here, will obviously qualify us for the league phase. Let's skip all the formalities and get straight into it. Once we're qualified, we will find out then who we're due to play in the league phase. There are only 6 games, I think, in the league phase for the Europa Conference League. I think for the Europa League as well, as we have cleared an opportunity there. Somewhat a little bit of a panic there, it seemed. Piccoli breaks down the right hand side. Farina picks up the loose ball. Looks for Barrios. He's back to Palma. As he moves the ball across to the right, looks for Nga. His cross finds Piccoli. I may have gone too early. He may be offside. And it's given. Very, very pleasing. We get another fanfare. Palma, nice bit of movement here. Out to the right hand side to Nga. And it's a first time cross. Back to Piccoli. And Piccoli scores the opener. So we have a good advantage. Looking at the options we have on the bench, I think he's offside. I think he was offside there. We're going to look to the bench. I'm going to bring in some players and give them some first team minutes. I think the Conference League is very much going to be like that for us this season. I think we're going to, depending of course on the quality of the opposition, we might. Ngago's close there with a header over the bar. Probably use that some of the younger players. We have quite a number of young players coming through, so we might use this competition to give them minutes and experience, and hopefully then break into the first team in the near future. As Oved takes a free kick from the right hand side, comes back as far as, I'm not sure if it was Bajetic or Gallagher there with the header, but it's gone over the bar. Gallagher not playing a great game here as Molina takes a free kick. Looks for Bajetic. It's a nice through ball to Gallagher. His cross finds Piccoli, keeps it alive, goes back to Gallagher. There's a shout for penalty. Nope. Nga. Van Nga picks up on the loose ball, fires home for 2-0. 33 minutes in. This competition is over. Piccoli there. I thought that went out as well. Maybe it's just the angle. Goes back here to Gallagher. There is a challenge from Ursula, I think that is. Could have maybe been a penalty, but Nga was quick to react and fired in to make it 2-0. So a very pleasing first half so far. It's been a good start to my new career at Atletico Madrid. Hopefully we can go on and achieve some good success with them. There's a cross back to Piccoli, fired it up. It's a poor finish, really. So 2-0 at half time. Very, very pleased. Pleased we created loads. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's get straight back into it. So we do have a number of youngsters on the bench as well. We'll look to bring them in and give them some minutes and some game time. As we have this corner from Oved on the right hand side, it's going into the back post, and I'm not sure it was Piccolo or Palma there beyond the end of it, but it's over the bar. We do need to bring in Sammy as well. He's just come back from an injury. He's only recommended for 45 minutes so far. As Palma finds Gallagher, looks to move forward. There's a nice through ball to Ngat. He's having a go and he's blazed it wide. It's a little bit disappointing. So we're an hour in. Let's make some changes. Will we just make 5 changes now? So we want to bring in Arnau Martinez. We're bringing him in for Molina. As Garcia, do we bring him in on the right wing? Pinheiro is very much a centre midfielder. He plays a Mazzala, kind of. Samu, do want to bring you in, give you some minutes. Bajtic is also carrying a booking, so we'll make that change. Dominic, we bring you in on the right wing. Pinheiro in centre midfield. Albatrek up front. Or Albrecht, I should say. Carbonell is a striker. Pinheiro, I think, we'll bring you in for Gallagher. There's a free kick there. Something's happening. I feel like there might potentially be a red card here. Maybe not. Albrecht and Dominic. Do you know what? We'll bring you in there. And do you want to bring in Garcia? No. We'll bring in Albrecht up front. We'll just make 5 changes. May as well. With a 7-goal advantage, I would be surprised if Atletico or if Rosenborg will turn that around in less than half an hour. As Oved breaks in on the right hand side, finds across, or left hand side, finds across to Nga, and his header goes over the bar. So we made 5 changes. We'll give a rest to those that started the game. Obviously, the game at the competition is over. We are going to go through to the league phase. Let's demand more. As Farina takes a throw in, looks for Albrecht. It's back to Palma. Just taking his time. Goes back out left to Farina. There's a good first touch. Nice little bit of football there with Barrios and Oved. Comes back to Palma again. Looks for Robina. And Palma just playing it around, just retaining the ball nicely. Barrios with a nice turn. It's getting up the left hand side. Loses the ball a little bit too easily there. But Palma picks up the loose ball from the clearance. Farina tries to find Pinheiro. It's come to somebody there. I think it was Barrios had a shot from distance. It was a decent effort. Oved now with the corner from the left. The ball is cleared, picked up by Dominic. Can it get down the wing, get a cross in? It can, but the keeper meets it. Berisha goes long, and it's straight to Arnau. And we're just kind of playing the ball around here nicely. I feel like this is on extended highlights, but it is on key. This has been one long highlight. This Dominic was down the right. It's the ball back to Pinheiro. Comes to Pablo Barrios. Opens his account for this season. It's a nice bit of football. You see Dominic just giving a little bit too much time and space. Where's they are now? He looks for Barrios. Pinheiro can't get the ball out of his feet. There's a challenge from somebody there. Comes back to Barrios. And he fires it into the bottom corner. So 3-0, 9-1 in aggregate. We're very much into the league phase after this. And let's just wrap it up as a formality. And there we have it. We are through to the league phase. That was comprehensive. We've blown them away. Good feedback. Into the league phase of the Conference League. Very much a competition I want to win this year. all is good here. So our fixtures are Victoria Pleasant, is that Piast? Not sure. Sudjeska, Neftchi, I think, Trabzonspor, and UB. So, I mean, relatively easy-ish games. Victoria Pleasant, probably. Trabzonspor, probably the two most difficult games there. It is only 6 games, as we mentioned in the league phase. We'll have a little look at the league phase here. So I'm going to have a little look and see who's going to be our sort of biggest contenders. I mean, looking through this list, I mean, Trabzonspor, very good side. Midtjylland, Bologna, very good side. Victoria Pleasant, Monaco are a very good side as well. You would fancy a semi-finals. Looking at this lineup of what's this, 36 teams, semi-finals, you would almost immediately expect ourselves, Liverpool, Monaco, and maybe Bologna or Trabzonspor. We should progress very well on this. I want to win it. I'm kind of expecting to win it, depending on how Liverpool do. Really, I think Liverpool have to be the favourites to win this. If we look at the overview, if we look for is there a preview of this? There is not. You would expect Liverpool would be the favourites. We'd be amongst the favourites, as would Monaco, possibly Bologna, possibly Trabzonspor as well. So it's going to be an interesting competition. I want to win it. It's absolutely, I think it's key for our success. It's certainly key for the Glory Hunter element of this game. We need to win a Europa Conference League. We also need to win a Europa League. Hopefully, if we win a Europa Conference League, finish outside the top 4, get into the Europa League for next year. Hopefully, we want to win that. Obviously, it will be a tougher competition. But that's where my thinking is right now. We want to win the Europa Conference League. I think this is the best opportunity we have to do that. We have a strong team. I think we can progress very, very well, at least to the semi-finals. If we don't get the semi-finals, I will be disappointed. If we don't get the final, I will be disappointed. And if we don't win it, I will be a little bit annoyed. Maybe not disappointed, but certainly a little bit annoyed. But that is it for now. We do have transfer deadline day coming up. We do have one potential incoming. Luca Ghilarducci, of course, I know him well from my time at Inter Milan. He is currently with Nice. We have made a loan offer with a future fee of up to £30 million. He is obviously a 21-year-old centre back. He can play at right back as well. We are looking at options for potentially replacing right backs because Molina is 32 and Martinez is 27. So we're looking toward the future really with them. So we will probably bring in Ghilarducci. It is agreed. We're just waiting on confirmation. It is going to cost us £4 million to loan him and potentially £30 million to buy him. Could be a very, very good player. Central defence is very much a position we are concerned with. Even at that, Demiral is 32 years of age now as well. So this is kind of his last season really with me. His contract is for 2 years. So we may look to sell him next summer. It's down to a 2.5-star rating already. But that is it for this episode. This is the beginning of our journey with Atletico Madrid. We're hoping for a long and successful career with them. We've already outlined our intentions, so we will see how we go. We'll probably bring in Ghilarducci before the next episode. And we may look to bring in a goalkeeper as well, as Jan Oblak is maybe not at the level we need. That is it for this episode. I do hope you're enjoying it so far. We will be back in the next episode. Until then, thank you very much and take care. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. It helps us to grow and helps us to bring you more videos like this. Please also leave a like and share the video as well. And please do leave a comment. We would love to hear your feedback also. That's it for now. You can watch one of these recommended videos, but we will see you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.